Here we go.
Hey. So we're going to talk VIP. You guys know that we're lounging fully Germany with our VIP on the 15th, which is a big topic in Monet because as you've seen, we have been building our team. Congrats on this amazing start. Having market partner working with you is something amazing. And now we have to focus on VIP. So, um, at first, I will tell you that having a VIP that you talk to whenever you go online or you have your live, if you go live or your story, focus on who you want to talk to. And it's funny because Melissa and I earlier we were talking about, let's say me, I have fine hair, bleach hair, and they're damaged from the bleaching. So on my stories and on like heavens and all that, I will be talking about my intense repair system. I'll be talking about my oil treatment, our serum, everything that like goes with my hair, and focus on a few products. If you try to talk about all the product we have, you will get lost and people will get lost as well. So if you have curly hair, then focus on the curls and like what you use. People will connect with you and will come to you for that product, right? So basically, we're giving someone the solution of their problem because everyone wants to have better hair. That means like if you have dry hair and all that, so focus on like every other week I will say like focus on a product and then it will just like put your action to the call on putting your hair quiz. You will see, and we will do another zoom on that. But either you already have your hair quiz that you did with BioSite or any other one, but Money will have your quiz will be on top of your start site so that you'll copy and paste to any of your story and have people do the hair quiz. It's very important and you know what people need. I'll go on to the next slide, and if Melissa is free or Amanda for giving a lot of tips on how to reach our VIP. We will go on the next slide. Why can I not?
Now, let me look at.
Okay.
Okay, so strategies to attracting new VIPs.
Yes, give us all your best tips about either on social or like what you think and what works or have been working for 7 years in the business.
So, you know what's crazy is you said 7 years when we were chatting today, but my 10-year anniversary is in September.
I stopped at 10.
I know. I don't think I've never had a job that long. All right. So, you know what? I feel like it's easier to, let me clean my screen. There. I was having issues. Things were falling. I know that this is all new for you guys, the VIP stuff, but really selling the product, if you're already having no problem selling the business, selling the products are like they sell themselves. This is like what we say all the time. My dad tells me this all the time. I just talk about what I love. You know, I mean, we're all in network marketing, right? So a big part of what we do is networking and showing up on our stories, using the products. That's like so important. Think about you as a consumer. When you buy things, do you buy them? Are you like, you're going to buy them more easily because you're watching somebody use them? You're seeing the results. They're talking about them. So two things is they're trusting you, right? Like sales is about liking, knowing, and trusting someone. So by showing up consistently on your social media, and talking about a product that you love, you are gaining people's trust. They're going to see how much you use them, how great your hair looks, all the changes. That's more trust, right? And they might have the same issues like Bianca was saying. We're solving problems. That's what MONAT does. You have an issue with your hair, we find the solution. So we're so much different than the average shampoo. And I think you guys all know that now because you've been using the products for a little bit. So it is really easy to sell them because you're just doing what you do, like throw your phone up, like get something in your bathroom or like wherever you do your hair and have like a setup. Mine's really messy. I have like a towel wrapped around it to stick it behind my water to like, just to hold it up with the ring light so that when I'm doing my routine in the morning or before bed or I'm doing my hair or curling my hair, I will quickly record a bit of it. Or even if I don't have time to like do anything, I'll just record it on like speed or record or whatever as I'm curling my hair and drying my hair and putting in. And then you can turn that into a reel so simply. Very, very, very easy. And don't get like overwhelmed about content because it's just educating, very simple, just putting your face out there, letting them see you and get to know you. That is the most important thing we do. And so it says here we can build value, right? So we want to be educating on the products. So like Bianca said, don't get overwhelmed because we have so many products. I only talk about like the 4 or 5 products that I use on a regular basis. And, things that we all will benefit from is the scalp scrub, the oil. Those are like 2 products that can help everybody. And then whatever shampoo you're using, whatever conditioner you're using, and your favorite styling product, or dry shampoo. Sometimes I talk about how I like to put dry shampoo in my hair at night, so it absorbs the oils before bed. Just little tips like that, and people see me talking about it over and over and over again. Then when there's a sale and I post about the sale, they're like, "Oh, that's great!" Like, because there's so many amazing promotions, you'll never have an issue finding the right one for your customers. So that's why we have to be consistent because they're always going to be watching, but not every sale is going to be for everyone, right? So when the right sale pops up, they're going to reach out to you. But we can't just not do anything and then all of a sudden there's a sale and we put up a pretty picture and expect that that's going to sell, right? We need to be showing our faces, talking. And I always tell my team when I talk in my stories, I'm talking to one person, because it's just one person on the other side watching me. Maybe it's like that mom that's up at 2 a.m. breastfeeding, or, it's someone's laying in bed watching this before bed or whatever. So I'm always just talking like I'm talking to one person. And sometimes when I'm talking about the products, I'll put captions because a lot of people don't listen with the sound on. Um, so yeah, and then always, whenever I post something, I have a call to action. So utilizing the things on Instagram, like stickers to say comment sale or DM sale for help with your products. Using our hair quiz, like Bianca said. But really, guys, just sharing the products consistently in your stories, online, when you're out. Like I'm a basketball mom. So anytime anyone talks to me, they know I'm that MONAT girl. Everybody knows that I'm the MONAT mom. So it's because I'm passionate about it and I talk about it, right? And it's easy to come up, what do you do? What do you do? Right? So just don't overthink it. It's just shampoo, but it is really like the best shampoo. So it's very easy to sell. Once they try it, and guys, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So it's completely risk-free. Nobody has to ever like be nervous about trying it. And we can spend a lot of money on samples, but I don't like to use those because if someone is really serious about the products and they want to try the products, they're going to just purchase them and try them. And that 30-day money back guarantee trumps a sample because sometimes, excuse me, with a sample, you don't get the full effect. So I don't like to use those. I like to give samples to my VIPs that I already have, and maybe I'll send them a sample of something that they didn't try before and like a thank you card. Um,
I love
some,
that. Yeah, I love the idea of we all do love the samples.
mm,
At the same time, it's great if you go on a trip, and then like they can like pack them. But for someone to like love the shampoo after shampoo, it is hard after one wash to like, or just like to like maybe like I don't know. It's different. One sample that I love to give away, it's either like the oil or the mask, because having the mask, you see the different like
yeah.
right
And
away.
Rejuva beads is a good one.
Yeah. But making your own sample to give away out of like small container from Amazon, you have like 50 of those for 9.99.
Yeah.
This helped me a lot
Yeah.
with, oh my God, like the mask, the after repair bound leave-in. And then we'll get to like have like the skincare, like the night cream. Every time I will give a night cream sample, the client like, oh my God, what is this?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, actually, I know like we're technically not supposed to like do those little homemade samples, but I do it all the time. If I have someone at my house and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna give you a scalp scrub to try, and I'll put it in the little container. I get them at the dollar store here. The scalp scrub is one of those instant like, oh wow, this is an amazing product. The Rejuva beads are gonna show them like instant gratification, or a blowout cream, something like that, or a hair mask. Yeah, like Bianca said, grab some of those little containers, and then you can just, there's a sticker you put on top and it says mask. And if you have it in your purse and you're at something with your kids game or whatever, and you're talking to a mom, it's like nothing to be like, here, try this hair mask.
yeah,
Or like, when we first started back in the day, we would have, a stylist that worked out of her house or something, and we would give them, a couple products like a hair mask, a nice conditioner, and a shampoo, or whatever, maybe just a couple styling products, just something that is like instantly gratifying, like a scalp scrub or a mask, blowout cream. The bond fortifying repair is a really good one. And I'd say to the stylist, like, would you be interested in trying a few of these products on some of your clients, over the next couple days or week or whatever, and give me your feedback? So for you guys, especially where it's new in your country, that's going to be like, what stylist wouldn't want to try these products? And something like the bond fortifying leave-in, they got that, right, B?
yeah,
Yeah, that is like a triple threat. That product is split end mender, it's like leave-in, it's heat protectant, it gives like a blowout. If somebody uses that on their client's gonna be like, whoa, what did you just use in my hair? So for us, it's like clever, because we're making the stylist think that, hey, listen, I want your educated opinion, like as a stylist, and instead of being like her feeling like she's being sold to, because it would be amazing to get a stylist on our team, right? We love stylists. They're amazing to have on the team. But that's a good way, because they're so knowledgeable and they have so many people coming and going. So that's a good way to, I would give them full size products, though, not those little samples that we're talking about, but those little samples are great for friends and things when you're out and about.
yeah.
Uh,
And like right now, like talking about this, I want to like go into starting a conversation. This is the base, but it has to be out in your story, you talking, giving a sample to someone. But starting a conversation is what will bring you to your client. And that said, that sharing before and afters, I need to be better at this.
Me too.
I just posted before and after yesterday, and even though they were already my client, they're like, "Oh my God, is that the serum? Should I try it?" I'm like, "Yes, let's get." So like, even though if they're already your customer, they will ask question about something that they haven't used. But what is your best tip on starting conversation? out
So
there.
when I'm talking in my stories, for example, I always leave it open-ended. The last thing I say to, whoever's on the other end watching me is, if you want to try this or you haven't tried it yet, or send me a message. I can help you pick what products are best for your hair type, so that she feels on the other end like, oh, okay, yeah. And I did a live video last week when I was in Punta Cana, and I was talking about the sale. And I said in my video, I'm like, please do not feel like you're bothering me and that you don't want to message me because I'm on vacation. I want you to know that I'm only here on this vacation because of MONAT, because of my amazing customers and my amazing team. So I want you to feel like you can reach out to me even when I'm on vacation, because that's the beauty of it. I can do this from anywhere. And didn't I get an email from a girl who emailed me because her and her husband share an account and she didn't want him to see her talking about buying more skincare and hair care. And she said, I'm only emailing you because you said to, because people, like, so always being open and always feeling like my inbox is always open. Like I'm always here to help you. That's what I do. That's what I love. And then it's not going to be a problem for someone to send you a message, right? Your DMs are always open. And then when you're online, you want to be interacting with other people too. So if you have somebody in your mind that you think would be like an amazing person, like Cena, for example. If I followed Cena before she was in Money, I'd be like, oh my gosh, this would be like the dream team, right? She look at her hair, like she's so active on social media, like people like her, know her, trust her, that follow her. She would be an ideal person to do this business. So if I wasn't already someone who like talked to her regularly, I would start engaging with her more. I would be loving on her things, on her pictures, sending her like messages, on like commenting on like a story, so that when you comment on someone's story, it automatically goes in their inbox. And that's a great way to start up a conversation. So really like interacting with people and genuinely engaging with them is a great way to build those relationships as well, because then that's going to bring them to your page, where hopefully you're consistent, and every time they go to your page, they're going to see, you sharing something about you, something about money, something, it's like an 80-20 rule, right? You're not always money, 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 but people should know like you, that should start associating you with money if you really like, depending on what you want to do as far as business and stuff, right? uh
Question that came a lot when we launched France, my team was asking, okay, so we're putting ourselves out there talking about the products, but what if someone comes back and why will I switch to Monat? Like, what is Monat different from whatever
right,
I'm using?
right.
Uh, so
Well, I mean, we know, okay, so that's where the education comes in. So you've been using it now for a couple weeks, or whatever. You obviously have seen a difference in your hair. Okay, so that's where before and afters come in. They're so important. Like leaders in this company will share the same before and after every other day, every week for years. Like it's just, that's what they do, because it that's what sells. You never know who's watching you at what time. So you should always be sharing these things. And what makes our products different is not only is it clean, but if they work. And that's a really hard thing to find. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, especially like Cena, someone who's very like in the vegan community, I know when, like, I'm not vegan, but I have friends who would say like, oh, I love these products, they're clean, I get them in the natural food section at the whatever, but just they didn't do anything to their hair. Like they weren't like making like big differences. They felt good about using them because they were clean and healthy, but they weren't providing results that are like, oh my gosh. And we all know money does that. And that's what sets us apart from all the other brands out there. That's why it's the number one premium hair care brand in the direct selling space globally, right? Because it's the
like
best.
that, yeah.
It's the best. So just little things like that, be confident in and know that, so that, when they ask you, you tell them, Number one, well, our products are only made with 30% water, so they last way longer. You don't need to use as much. It's clean, it's good for you, but it provides results, right? And they're product specific, right? So you get the consultation, you get the one-on-one customer service. Like, I mean, the sales are phenomenal. Like our promos are so great. It's, you'll get the hang of it. It's not, I didn't get a lot of people asking me why should I switch, because they're watching you and thinking about switching because their products aren't doing what they want them to do. So
Yeah.
they're already like, I can tell you, and maybe you guys can relate, but I had a product graveyard before MONAT because I never found anything that worked for me. So I would be at the store and I would see something that was a pretty bottle and it said it did this, and I would buy it and try it, but I never finished something and then went and bought the same one again.
True.
And
True.
I feel like that's true for a lot of women,
Yeah.
right?
And yeah, that is so true though. Now
Yeah.
that I'm thinking about
Now you
it.
think about it, right? Yeah.
So there's an example of like what you can like connect with someone. And literally, I never push a sale. I never had to tell, like, I don't tell those people, those prospect, those, oh my God, like, I feel like you have to, no, I just don't let them go without trying it because I know as soon as they will try it, that they will become addicted, right? So like I use voice note a lot because I feel that in my tone, the first message usually will be this. I will write it down. But after that, the following up with that prospect client will be voice note. I love to share my excitement that I love the product so much and I want you to try it. And that's the same thing with following with your VIP, because when your VIP will become your VIP, you need to follow up with that amazing customer of yours after 2 weeks. I don't say like every month, but the first month is crucial. I don't know if you can relate that, like they don't know it's new and you want to make sure they have the best experience.
Yeah.
So you need to have like 2 weeks, like 10 days to 2 weeks, and then like go into like end of the month. And like, so they feel that they're not just buying the shampoo on the shelf or at your hairstylist salon. They're having you, if they have any question, they can relate to you like, oh my God, my hair is more dry now. Like, is it like the season? And
Yeah.
be there for them because that's how every 2 3 months they will get another product from you. But you need to let them know that you're available for them, right?
Yeah. And everybody has different experiences, right? So, number one, it's so important that we are having those consultations and making sure that we are recommending the right products for their hair type. So I want you guys all to feel so comfortable asking and sharing the questions that you might get for your customers, your potential customers here coming up on the 15th. So, if you're not sure, I always ask the questions like, is your hair oily or dry? How often do you style it? Is it thick or is it thin? And then I can usually gauge, right? And then what's their main hair concern? Is it hair loss, density, or is it my hair is fried, it's damaged? And then you can really get a good idea. The hair quiz is a great tool. I like to start there. Always just start with the hair quiz. And sometimes I'll ask them to just screenshot their results and send them right back to me. That way I don't have to worry about them getting lost in cyberspace. Because sometimes I don't know, like trust the technology, which is why building your own like a Google form document for your own like questionnaire is so great. But just having them do the quiz and send the screenshot, and then it'll say, what products, and then I'll look and see what promos we have going on, and then see, okay, what makes sense like within their budget with what, this said that should use and what she told me. And if they don't make sense, well, then that's when you come ask, one of us so that we can make sure you're giving the proper recommendation. And the instructions on how to use them is so important because our products aren't like other ones. So if now that you've been using them for a while, if you just took Monade and squeezed it into your hand and had a big bunch of it like you would have used your products a month ago or whatever, it totally different experience, right? And then you could get people that their hair, they might come to you and say, oh, my hair doesn't feels kind of gross. And that there's reasons behind that too. So that's when you come and talk to us. It's, because you got to think, who knows what she was using before. And our products are so clean and it's breaking down all the silicones and the waxes and all the buildup. And I feel really gross coming off the hair. So, there's a reason for everything. So don't freak out. Just come talk to us and we can guide you on how to help them,
And
find it.
yeah, one of my biggest tip and what has been working pretty good is sometimes your customer won't tell you the exact budget, but you will have an average. But that where the flagship comes to an end for you, that means that I always do two different cards for my customers. I will do one with the full routine, with the oil, the full shampoo after shampoo serum, styling product. The basket is full, okay? It might be 250, 250 euro. But then I'll say, I will send you another one that we can split into, we start with this, and in your flagship, we'll add the oil and your styling product. So she sees the difference. But
I like that.
sometimes with Purchase Plus, with the promo, she'll be like, oh my God, but I'm saving 100. I'll take that big one right off. So that way she sees, because if you say it, they don't really, like, people are visual. People want to
Absolutely.
see that they're like, oh my God, it used to be 400 and it's down to like 250 because the more you buy, the more you save. We have the Purchase Plus. So that means that your VIP client has 15% on everything, but the more she buys, she can add on a 15, 20 to 25%. So it is huge. And when they see that, usually my client will go into like, oh my God, I'm taking the big basket. So it takes, I don't know, 2, 3 minutes more. You'll see on your front page, like your start site, now you're going into registered and you see market partner. You will have the same registered VIP. You will build your customer basket and you will do the same, save and share. And then you enter her email or save the link. And you'll have that little icon that you can just send it to her. So it will be easy as this, and make sure you give her the more like possibility,
And
right?
like, don't get flagship can get really, people can get worked up about flagship. So how I like to explain flagship is that I tell my clients, because when I send them the cart, they'll see a flagship there. And I always usually put the oil as the flagship. And we would have talked about it like Bianca said before. But I tell them flagship is just a feature. And it is completely up to you if you wish to use it going further. Okay, so they have the opportunity to turn the flex off once they're VIP. They do not. They have no. There's no requirements for future orders because that can make or break somebody, right? If they feel that they have to order every month or every other month, it is not like that. Flexship is a feature, and I sell it as a feature. I tell people you can turn it off or you can choose to leave it on. And I have a little video which I can send to Bianca that she can share. And it shows my customers how to push out a flagship, and it's like 46 seconds or something like that. And they can push it out every 2 months. I tell them that it's great. I like to leave mine on just in case I really need some products and there's been no promo for what I need. and I, need something in a pinch, I'll run it through a flagship. I get free shipping. Also, I think on your second or third flagship, you get your choice of a free full-size product. So there are perks to using the flagship for sure, but just know that it is not a requirement. And if you're getting like pushback from it, just don't lose a VIP over it. Just let them know that if they're really uncomfortable with it, they can absolutely turn it off as soon as they are done doing their order. It's just a feature that some people like to have access to.
Yeah, I love to tell my future client that it's like a memory for me as
Yes.
my consultant to know what you want to try next. And they're like,
Mhm.
oh, okay.
Oh, I
Well,
like that. Yes.
so that way they don't feel like it's there. And then don't you worry, you get an email as the mentor. They get an email 7 days before. It's in your back office. I never had anyone having a flagship going without their agreement. But I always call it's a memory card for me as your mentor to just know what you want to try next.
Mhm.
So they put some time and I can see it. So I know that if the night cream comes on a sale, I'll be like, hey, it was in your flagship. What about we're getting it today? So that's how I use it and it works pretty good.
Yeah. And it's good. It's a good reminder. Like B said, almost 2 weeks before, I'll get an email saying, Melissa has a flagship coming up. And I'll be like, oh, Melissa, I haven't talked to her in a while. And then I'll reach out to her and say, hey, girl, I just got an email that you have a flagship. Just wanted to check in to see if you needed anything or, if not, just push it out. Because sometimes there'll be a flagship's coming up, but there's this great promo on. And, it's way better for her to get it on the promo. So I'm there to help her, get the best deals. So it's just a great reminder to check in with our people too.
Yep. And the
Yeah.
next slide, I wanted to go into what I think is unreal, the follow up with your prospect, because a no, like when they come to you, they do the hair quiz, but they're like, I'll pass for now.
Yep.
But the stats are there, and trust me, like probably half of my client, it was like on the third, fourth, or after the follow
Yep.
uh, they don't always say yes like right away, but like don't think that you're like pushing them. It always like the tone of your voice or your little message like, hey, there's a huge sale right now. I know you wanted to try, you're not sure how, like what your question is, like what about just a call so we can, even if it's just a prospect customer, they will eventually, it takes time for them after seeing your story. I don't remember how many times they need to see before they trust. I'm like, oh, should I try it? I don't know how you see that for yourself, Amanda, but
Oh, 100%. Like follow up is huge. So, when I say that we're in network marketing and we need to be social on social media, I think when we're always, being consistent in our stories and sharing, it's really good to go into our stories and see who's watching us. And then I'll get a reminder. I'll be like, oh, so and so is watching my stories. I talked to her about MONAT a few months ago. I should reach back out. Maybe this is a good time. And I probably wouldn't have thought to reach out to her had I not been keeping track of my stories to see who, is watching. So that's a big part of it too. And then also keeping notes. Like a lot of people will have a notepad and be like, okay, I reached out to this person, Melissa, blah, 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 on this day. And then, every month or whatever, you can go back and see who you haven't reached out to or what products they were interested in, and oh, that sales, this is what it is right now. And it 100%, like 80% of the sales are made in the 5th to 12th follow-up. I've had people who've been watching me do this for almost 10 years become my customer, like last week when I was in Punta Cana.
yep, it
Okay.
is. It
Like,
is.
yeah, timing is everything.
It is true. And the following up of watching who's watching your stories, I reached out to one of my friend like from like 6 years ago yesterday by voice message. And she's like, oh my God, your voice message just like came into the best time. Yeah, let's talk Monet.
Yes.
And it's like 5 years without talking to her, but we're just sharing, our social, liking our posts. So never think that you're disturbing someone, or if they're watching your stories, if they're liking a little bit of here and there, it's because they think about Monet. They're maybe shy to even ask. That's why we use our like some poll or asking questions. And sometimes it's even just starting a conversation now. Okay, like what would you use as your skincare now, or like whatever, and they will answer some
Yeah.
question. Um, and yeah, if anyone, okay, Melissa is asking. Oh, we haven't. I was lost in the. Some people have questions. I can go into them
Yeah,
and
let's do the questions.
the flagship. Oh yeah, okay. Thank you, Melissa, for answering. I will for sure add on now that we're lounging VIP. I will make sure to explain everything with the flagship because that could be something very new to all of you. It is not an auto ship, it's a flagship. So you can change the date as many times as you want. You can postpone it as many times as you want, and you can change the inside of that order at any time as well. That means that when you sign up your VIP, for her to become VIP, she needs to do a flagship. You put 60 days, like the farther you can. Let's say like you're enroll a VIP the 15, do like June 15, okay? That will be the date. And then let's say she puts the oil in it. And then like June 10, she's like, oh my God, we just launched the skincare. Can I put the night cream? You can switch it up. So you can change the flagship at any time. I'll make sure to do some PDF German for you to have and like, yeah, make sure you understand quite the flagship. Let me see. Okay, the product that are available, we will get them. They might be different. Melissa answer, yeah, we don't know yet. But usually the first flagship, you don't get anything. It's like your first order. But the second, third, and fourth flagship, your customer receive like a full size.
Yeah,
And
there's three to pick from usually each month, and they switch. They're different.
yeah, and usually what's good is that full size product is something for them to try. And
Yeah.
if they really like it, they will rebuy it, right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So what else? I think if anyone else has any question, thank you, Melissa, for answering the chat while we were talking. Yes, I have a question. Yes, okay. We had a call with Ray yesterday. Obviously, our product are shipped from Poland. So as of now, we have nothing. He was saying like in like 90 days, Trump will like comes with something, but until then, nothing changed for now. And he will make sure to give us the information as soon as possible. Yes, we register a VIP the same way as a market partner. On your start site, you have registered, and then you will click on VIP. You do the basket, you share the link, or add the email. I will also do a visual for you to like step by step to explain how to enroll a VIP before the 15th. I will, so this weekend, Sunday, I will send it out and our corporate on the 14th, so the day before our full launch, they will have a video for you guys. I will share it with you how to enroll a VIP. So it will be all in German as well. It will be available. Yeah. Yeah. So on the 14th, we get the video. And on the 15th, if any of you on the 15th is like, oh my God, how do I do this? You please write in the chat in our WhatsApp chat and we can answer you. Obviously, I'll be all day at home and helping you guys register all of your VIP. I hope that that helped you a little bit to like go out there, find your VIPs, and who knows, like some of the VIP will become market partner as well because they just love the product so much. So
Yeah, I would just really right now focus on sharing, maybe your own before and after, other before and afters, your favorite products that you're using right now, showing how you're using them, build up the excitement with people that are watching you and following you and saying like, it's been a while, I've been using these products, talking about them, but now you finally can get them on the 15th. So build up that excitement so that they're like, okay, yes, I'm excited, I'm ready. Like don't wait till the 15th to show these new products
oh,
that you're in love with, right?
yes, 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 yes. I've been like reaching out to my contact list and like
Yes.
building that trust and like, oh my God, we're launching. Give me your email address. So like take that email address. So on the 15, you have like 10 basket to send by
Yes.
email
Yes.
involved. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the best thing to do.
Yeah.
I thank you guys for okay, so send yes, of course. I always send English and German so everyone can have all the PDF information that you guys need. Thank you for coming and listening, even though if it's in English. I guess that corporate was very busy too with lounging events and the full lounge coming, but you guys will have tons of support in German. I promise you guys. And thank you for your time. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you next.
Bye.
Bye, girls.